Hey there and welcome back. It's Natasha from Crafting Extreme Love. Today I will be creating and sharing with you this memory planning process video using the Cocoa Daisy Wisteria Lane collection. Now, if you're looking for some tips and tricks for your weekly planning, for especially the weeks when you maybe only have one photo or perhaps no photos, then this is the process video for you. Today I'm going to be sharing 3 different tips that I use for the weeks that I have very few, in this case just one photo for the week. First off, let's go ahead and get started with the planner that I'm using for my memory planner. Now this is the Cocoa Daisy Planner in the horizontal layout. If you are not familiar with it, I'll go ahead and link it down below, but the Daisy Planner comes with both a horizontal and a vertical layout in one planner. Now it is 6 months at a time, but truly it's almost like you're getting a full year because you're getting the 2 different types of layouts. I really love to switch it out and switch it up in between the horizontal and the vertical. Really depends what I'm going for. I have realized that I really enjoy going to the horizontal style layout the weeks that I am going to go off the grid and kind of do my own thing. In addition to the planner, the other products that I am using are primarily from the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit. That will be the fun journal card that you see right there on the left hand side, the Currently Loving, which is going to play a major role in my design. The journal cards that you see are from the Pocket Card Only Kit, which you are available for purchase individually. Now the large tag that you see on the bottom right page, that is from the Classified Memory Keeping Kit, which is just absolutely one of my most favorite kits that Cocoa Daisy offers because I feel like it works no matter what type of paper crafter you are. And especially I really enjoy the items when I feel like blending a little bit of scrappiness into my memory planning format, which is truly my favorite. Now, my first tip when it comes to setting out to do weekly memory planning with only one photo or a few photos or no photos is really consider utilizing large elements in your design. So what I mean by that is on the left-hand side, I have a large Traveler's Notebook sized journal card. Now that is going to really set the scene for the week. I don't have many photos, but using a product like that, I am able to capture the things that I was loving on that week in particular. Now I've also got this beautiful tag that I'm using on the right hand side. Now that is sized for, I would say, about a Traveler's Notebook as well. So I have flipped it horizontally to be able to take up some space physically in the layout, but also bring these colors and fun patterns throughout the layout on both sides. So don't forget when you're selecting your products is you want to look for larger elements that you can use with some fun patterns to keep things interesting and also makes it so that the page doesn't look naked and bare. My next tip, tip 2, is piggybacking on tip 1 in regards to the design and selecting larger sized products. Now, the other thing when considering your products that you're going to use for the week is additionally pulling journal cards or stickers or alphas, stamps that are going to help facilitate documenting or telling the stories that happened that week. Now, to be honest, this week was kind of a challenging week, but I really wasn't ready to journal about it, so I wanted to go ahead and find other ways that I could capture that week without really diving into the harder stuff because, to be honest, I'm not ready to tell that story yet, and I know that when I'm ready, I will be able to come back to a paper craft product to allow myself to feel the feels and work through it. I am such a believer of telling both good and bad stories. But for this week, I am keeping it simple. It's generic daily memory keeping products that I am pulling to, things that I'm loving right now, the photo of the day, the details about what is going on. Those are all the fun things that I am looking for. This chipboard about taking a break, part of one of the big life transitions that I'm going through right now, is involving me taking a longer break during the day so I can kind of catch my breath, help manage my mental health better to move on to the second half of my workday. And this photo of my silly pup in the middle of my lunch break really helps tell that story, which was an integral part of that week. So when you feel like there's not too much going on, or maybe what happened is not something that you are ready to document, then do not underestimate the power of a simple currently list or a loving list or a right now list to help document that week. My third and final tip that I have to share with you all today in regards to simplifying your memory keeping process, especially in the memory planning format, is to pre-select the materials and the products that you want to use ahead of time. This is going to help save some time, save the overwhelm that can often happen when we're going through our stash. And I often think that we can get distracted. Well, I'll speak for myself. I often get distracted and have a squirrel moment and totally go off track, which is a-okay sometimes, but there's other times that I really wish that I just would have stayed on course. So pre-selecting the product in advance is, I think, always a really great thing, but especially when you're going about your memory planning process when you don't have too many photographs. I also am a firm believer that if you financially have the ability to do so, subscribing to a kit such as this is such an awesome way to help facilitate simplified memory keeping projects, especially if you're trying to do this on a weekly basis. The decisions have really been made for you, which I feel makes things really simple and easy to work and get your documents done and have those memories recorded. While I've been sharing my tips here, I have been working on putting together this little cute banner and flag using one of the embellishments from the Traveler's Notebook, a memory keeping kit, and I created that post for my flag using the eye from one of the alpha stamp sets that was released earlier this year, I believe in January. So I used some black ink and stamped that post, and then I stamped the sentiment smile, and I'm going to place it right on top. And I just had this stroke of genius, and I love how it turned out. I'm so pleased. Now, I am still going back and forth what I'm going to do on the right hand side in between the tag and the journal cards. I really was not sure what it is that I wanted to do. So I'm playing with some enamel dots to get some extra sparkle on the page, but I really was delaying making this decision. I wasn't super pleased with it, so I end up going for this washi tape, and I really love how it came out. I am strategically finding the part of the pattern that is going to match the colors. I really don't have any purple on the page, so I didn't want to focus on this section that has a lot of blues and purples. I really still wanted to focus on the pinks, the orange, the yellows, and the greens. I just think that is so super cute. I I am still going back and forth in how to finish up the dates, and I end up going with the outline of the skinny alpha set that came in the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit for the My Escape collection. I do believe that these are also available separately on the Cocoa Daisy website. If they are, I'll be sure to link them down below. I really think that's just such a versatile kit stamp that you can use both obviously with the kit and with the other Cocoa Daisy kits or separately. I think they're fantastic, especially when you have the outline and the fill. There's just an endless possibility when it comes to alpha stamps. I am choosing to stamp out the date in black ink because I do have some really bold stamping elements in those squared pattern pieces of paper, and I wanted to make sure that I also had some more black on the right hand side so that it is balanced out in between both the left and the right hand side. So I am very curious, if you are a weekly memory planner, what do you do for the weeks when you may have no photos or just a few photos? What are your go-tos for those weeks? I know it can be a little intimidating because the page can look pretty empty, but I'm so curious, so please go ahead and drop a comment down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you, and also for you to also have an opportunity to share your ideas and suggestions with the other viewers here on my crafty corner of the internet. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out this process video. If you are interested in seeing more content like this for memory keeping and memory planning projects, please consider subscribing. I will have a button to do so at the very end of this video. I would love to have you here. I've got some close-up photos. If you did enjoy this video and you have walked away with at least one idea of how you can use some of these tips and tricks, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to let me know. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.